Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening. How you doing? Very wonderful to see you all. I'm happy to be live again. I'm happy to be back. I've been away for a good number of days. How we all doing? I had to strike the pose here because look at the skin for the TAC 50. That's pretty rad. Postman coming in with the very first chat of the stream saying RogueGold. It will never die. What's up, man? Pained Up, Metal Chick, Leonardo, Espresso, Matthew, the Goo Guy, Aiden, AJR, Candies, Paul, Benny, Metal Chick. So many people in the chat. What's going on, folks? Oh, no. I went inactive for too long. I'm going to try to gray my screen out. What was I going to say? Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. I've been gone for a little bit. You may have seen my video that I posted very early this morning, recapping some stuff, but we'll talk about more here. I've seen a few people bring it up in the chat already. Yes, unfortunately, we got the news today that there have been some layoffs that have occurred at, it's kind of, from what we understand right now, jointly between Massive and Stockholm, which is the other Ubisoft studio within Sweden. I'm still trying to reach out to people and kind of get a sense of what the scope of that is or what the reasoning is beyond the thing that we had talked about already. So certainly we can talk about that here, but I do plan to do a video tomorrow with some more faithful information or just more information in general. So just wanted to cover that right off the bat. But 2 days after such good announcements, yeah, it's unfortunate. I would say if there's any kind of silver lining, it doesn't seem to be that major. It's 55 people, which is a lot, but across these two studios, which both employ several hundreds of people. So, yeah, I just need to really get a better sense of what's going on there. The Goo Guy with the $2 super chat's been heavy on Arc, but stoked for RogueGold div news. Thank you, man. That's very kind. Happy to have you here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Just wanted to check if the rumors of incoming Division 3 is real or just a dream. It is real. They're making Division 3. So does that threaten Division 3? No, it does not. Massive's focus as a studio now is on all things Division. The purpose of their previous voluntary career transition program, if you heard me talking about that in prior videos, was because they went from a studio that was working on Avatar and Star Wars at the same time to now condensing that to just working on Division 3. And so largely the problem, to my understanding from people I talked to there, is that not everyone necessarily has a role anymore, because teams can be huge, but there can only be so many people doing the same job, right? So my guess, and again, I need to do further investigation and research, is that they just had a few, like a bit too much overcrowding in certain roles. But no, the priority Massive remains Division 3, Survivors, Division 2, all of that. But on top of that, I mean, goodness me, we have about a bajillion other things to talk about that went down in the past week while I was gone. How's everybody doing? So yes, by the way, you're seeing me with the new Avatar cosmetics here as part of the Ubisoft Creator Program. There was an opportunity to get the stuff to show it off early, so I've skipped the 1 week project chain and have the full fit. So there's a uniform, a mask, gloves, there's a hat as well, although I'm not wearing it on this getup, and then there are specialization skins for the sharpshooter, which I will never be taking this thing off. Having the skull on the front is wicked cool. As well as there's this one for the flamethrower, which has like the sort of tusk looking things up there, and that's cool. And then the minigun as well. But I have to say, the TAC 50 looks the best with that skull on the front. So yeah, all this stuff is going to be free. You just have to do the project chain that'll unlock over the next 7 days. So the first one is right here. Each day, I think, gives you named item caches and exotic components, so it's kind of good just to do anyway. As you can see, day 1 just says neutralize 4 named hyenas. But yeah. I'd rather have Star Wars X Division than Avatar personally. Traditionally, I would agree with you, though I will say I'm glad that they went with RDA stuff instead of like, here you can make yourself look like a Navi in Division, because that wouldn't make too much sense. Like thematically, this is a pretty sound crossover, I would say. You can be one of the military guys and get some cool spec weapon skins, so I'm not too upset about it. What else was I just going to mention? Is the Division mobile game just a mobile version of Division 1, or is it just exclusively a DZ game? I don't know how to say your name. We'll just say LOL. The Division Resurgence is not just Division 1. It takes place on Division 1's map. However, it has its own campaign, its own features, its own game modes, stuff like that. So it is an entirely standalone and unique game. It does have a dark zone, but you can also just play entirely PvE, doing the campaign, the story, the legendary missions, whatever. So, it's its own deal. I saw someone asking about, where did that go? By the way, Wither, thank you so much for being here. Good to catch a live. My love for Division has definitely been reignited since I started watching your vids. Well, that's very kind. Happy to have you here. Yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Oh, they fixed the view on YouTube. I can actually see this again. We have already almost 300 people in here hanging out. Thanks so much for stopping by, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It still doesn't tell me how many likes the stream has. YouTube, like, changed their whole view of streams on here. I gotta get used to it. I don't know where the comment went, but I saw someone asking, are they adding Ghost Recon to Division 2? Realism mode is a new limited time mode that's going to be coming in March for the anniversary. I just put a video out on it earlier this morning if you want to see gameplay of it and check out all the details. But it is yeah, it's essentially Division minus all things that make it Division, right? So there's no gear, there's no talents, there's no builds. It is just gameplay, and there's more realistic damage values. Caliber on different weapons matters. You have a stamina bar, you have reduced UI, there's no radar, and it's going to be in the Warlords map and campaign specifically. So that's coming in March. We'll definitely dive into it. I'm excited to play it. I'm never somebody who's been like, oh, Division needs to go in that direction, because, you know, we already have Ghost Recon. I like Division for the fact that it is an RPG and a looter shooter. But it should be still interesting to experience nonetheless, right? So that's coming along with a bunch of stuff in March for the anniversary. Is there a PvP mode? Not that they've said. It should just be the content within Warlords, which does not have a dark zone. I mean, technically, you can launch Conflict from New York, but I don't think PvP is going to be a part of it. To my knowledge, they haven't talked about it. I wonder how we will get guns and attachments in the realism mode. To the best of my knowledge, from what they said, it's just going to be as you progress through the campaign. You will gain access to more weapons. I don't know if modding is even going to be a thing necessarily. It's probably not, honestly. I'm sorry, my friend, that I'm not going to be joining you. Are you actually level 3? Oh, you are. Wow. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Agent. Salute to you too. I don't have it on my quick bar, but there you go. Gwen, very good to see you. How you doing? Hope you had a good break. I did indeed. But I am glad to be back. Excited to get back to it, you know? That's what I was going to say. Everyone's talking about how the winter event decorations are gone. Yes, the winter event has now properly concluded at the date at which they wanted it to. So that's over. Was a lot of fun. And now we move on towards whatever's next. Conflict XP is live right now. Coming on the 16th, which is just later this week, we have Ammo Surge. This should actually be kind of fun. Tripled specialization ammo and doubled special ammo during the event. That would be a good opportunity to use the new skins that they're releasing. I wonder if they probably lined that up purposely. Get some new spec weapon skins and have the Ammo Surge event. What's so unexpected? My main reference with that was the Avatar crossover. I did not see that coming. And then they dropped that yesterday, or the news for it yesterday. But indeed, you can now get Avatar Frontiers of Pandora themed items in the Division 2. Matt Kane with the 22 months. What's up, sir? He said, what's up, RG? Howdy, chat. Not too much, man. Just getting back. I got back in last night, immediately sat down to make the video that came out this morning. So, gonna stream today, and then going to spend the rest of the day unpacking, cleaning up, trying to settle back in. But I'm doing very well indeed. How are you, sir? Thank you for being a member for almost 2 years. It's crazy. Do you think that realism is a test for Division 3 feature at launch? I hope not, or at least not if it was forced. I think Division should always be an RPG and a looter shooter. That's just me. I know some people want it to go in the direction of Ghost Recon, but I think that's what Ghost Recon is for, you know? If they want to make it a side thing like hardcore, that's fine. But I hope it doesn't become something that's, you know, forced or core to the experience. What is popping off now in the chat, people? My goodness. Postman with the 5, Gifteds, Matt Kane with the 10, and Ure with the 10. Thank you all so much. Alright, I have to take a sip of water before we shout out. 25 people, that's insane. As per usual, people are here watching, and I haven't even left the White House yet. An exhilarating stream. Thank you guys so much. Alright, here we go. Dart's gone insane. Leah, good to see you. Jason, Rick Bone, and Dopest joining up to Rogue Studios, courtesy of Postman. For Matt Kane, we have Richard, Lucky Ducky, Maldito, Philip, Anonymous, Ash, CS, Bandit, and Bert joining up to Rogue Studios. And then finally, courtesy of Ure, we have Andre, Facefax, JD, Brock, Seabass, Super Saints, Lacquer, Sam, and J-Bat. My goodness, if any of you are here that I just called out, please give a thanks in the chat to your respective gifter. Postman, Matt, Ure, you guys are incredibly kind. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to anyone who just got gifted a membership, you now have a badge next to your name to signify your membership. You get some emotes you can use here in the live chat and on the channel. And if you want to join our Discord server and link your YouTube account, you'll get access in there too. They're already making me run out of breath 10 minutes into the stream. Thanks again, you guys. Do you think Division 1 Definitive Edition is just a bundle or an actual remaster? I don't know, to be honest with you, Lee. I would love if it was actually some kind of enhancement to Division 1. I was talking to DJ Tickle about this back when people were still trying to figure out what was going on at FPS Day, and I was like, if they want to do Definitive Edition where it comes with all the DLC, maybe they give it a few extra graphical enhancements, and they added like one new mission. Could you imagine if they did Definitive Edition that had like, oh, you can now go to Central Park and do like a mission or two there? It's just like an hour or two of extra content, but it's one little thing to signify the 10th anniversary. I'd be over the moon with that. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, again, they didn't really even talk about it at all at FPS Day, but it seems like it's going to mean something. So we'll see. Can I ask why your stream is 360p? You should be able to bump up the resolution. In the settings of each stream or video you watch on YouTube, you can manually set what quality it is. So it should let you go up to 1080p. Hacker. All right. Capstar says, when does the Avatar event start? Can you find the actual start date? Today. It is live right now. So if you go, it doesn't show up in the events timeline like most normally do. Instead, if you just go to the projects tab, you'll see it's here. Avatar event. I forget what the thing said. I think it's live for like 2 weeks, maybe. And then there's 7 projects, so you'll have some time afterwards to wrap it up too. So yeah. 144p, since I'm not really watching. I feel you there. I'll do the same if I'm ever like going on a walk and I just have my phone in my pocket, but I want to have a YouTube video on. I'll just lower the quality all the way, because why would I expend the extra resources? Not a problem, Capstar. Oh, and then last housekeeping thing that I wanted to do is that we have a new bundle. Well, this one came out last week while I was gone. It's kind of cool. I don't know if I'll actually wear it a ton, but I picked it up just because it's a unique look compared to a lot of stuff we have. So that one's there. But then as of today, there's this, the Shade Prototype bundle. Honestly, not a huge fan. This was sourced from the Chinese version of the game, and I feel like it's just leaning a bit too far into the like silliness, robot, mech soldier kind of thing, which I don't think really fits the Division's aesthetic, but that's just me. So this one's here. There's also the gloves. Those are kind of cool. Like, I might wear those individually with something else. And then the backpack. Kind of fits the same vibe there. The goo guy with the 8-month member message is cross-platform, something the dev team is considering for the Div 1 Definitive Edition and future Div games. Got accounts on all platforms, would love to have just one universal account. Well, I can't tell you, like, in absolution, because they've not commented on it, but what is commonly believed is that Division 3 will, like, for sure have crossplay and cross-save from the beginning. Because that is just a standard of games nowadays. Division 2 was developed just before that became like super commonplace, so it's just not something they prioritize during development. They have talked about it since it's such a popular request for Division 2, and previously they've said that it's not impossible for them to go back and add to Div 2, but it would bring with it a degree of risk, given you're migrating save files and doing all that stuff. So last we heard, it was not something they had planned. I kind of wondered if for the 10th anniversary they might do crossplay for Division 2. Division 1, I think, is a whole other beast. I frankly don't really think we will ever see that come to Division 1. So yeah. Is the Definitive Edition coming on March or sooner? Technically, we don't even know that it's real. We saw that one poster, but Ubisoft or the dev team have yet to acknowledge it in any way. So We will have to wait and see. All right, folks. Well, now that we've been standing here for a good 25 minutes, we've caught up sort of on things. What shall we do? By the way, 430 people in here watching. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out. I appreciate it. One thing I need to catch up on is scouts. I have 2 to do because I left on Tuesday last week, and then we had a new one today, so we could do that. And then it is also conflict project, or not project, event. Let's start with the scouts. Those are easy enough to get going with. A group of True Sons defectors were captured while making their escape. Prevent the captors from executing the defectors. I assume that just means do hostage or public execution. Do you think we will get Division 3 teases in March? I would love to. I honestly do not know. We really just don't know at this point in time. But I would love it if we did. I was trying to see if there was a backpack that fit the vibe a little bit better. This one's not bad. Someone said there's an RDA outfit. Yeah, they started an Avatar crossover today. So you can get this full outfit that I'm wearing here, as well as skins for different specializations, like this one right here for the TAC 50, which in my opinion is the coolest one with the skull on the front. So there is a project chain that's going to unlock over the next 7 days. You just got to complete it and get the stuff. It's all free. What's going on, Ghost? Good to see you, my friend. The fact that Division 2 survived through a 15-month content round while other games died with much less time says something about this game. I would agree. If I've learned anything over the past, 10 years now of playing the Division, it's that you never bet against the Division. It's not the biggest game out there. It probably never will be, but it has its fans, and those fans have proven to be extremely loyal over the years.
Incoming hostiles detected.
All right, I haven't played in a week. If my gameplay is a little bit off, just give me time to warm up. Nice. Defectors have requested assistance at the solar farm control point, which is grayed out. Does that mean I have to reset? Let's just do it. Just to be safe. Hey, from DK, what's up, Tommy? Do you think realism mode is a way to lure new players to the franchise? I don't know if I would use the word lure, because that makes it sound like you're tricking them into playing. But I do think that they view it as a way to initiate new players. Yannick was talking about that in some of the interviews that he did at FPS Day. He was like, I think realism mode is an interesting way to start your Division journey. Get a handle of the gameplay before you really dive into the RPG side of things. So I think it totally fits that bill. Gotcha. The title was primarily referring to the Avatar collab and crossover. They posted in the news about it yesterday, and if you would ask me, would I bet on them ever doing a crossover with Avatar, I would have said no. So it was surprising to me, at least. Maybe some people saw it coming. But yeah, realism mode is going to be very fun to play through. Again, it's not the direction that I would want the franchise to go overall, but I think it'll be a very cool, different way to experience playing Division, for sure. They need to fix the turrets.
Keep it tight. Keep your head down there.
Vital signs.
James Cameron Avatar, yes. And the reason they're doing the crossover is that Massive, who makes The Division, also made the Avatar game at Ubisoft. So it was a pretty natural crossover for them to do.
I'm going in.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Bro, just call the allies in. Oh, wait, don't shoot me.
En route.
Don't believe it!
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
How does this game look so good? It's crazy that Arc Raiders brought me back to this game. That's just Snowdrop and Massive, man. They're wizards over there. Even Division 1, which, as we know very well by now, is going on 10 years old this year, looks really good for its age. I'm interested to see what kind of art direction they take Division 3 in. Not just in terms of graphical fidelity, but, you know, art style is very much its own component of how a game looks. The other big thing that I didn't get to cover when it came out because I was gone was the Julian interview that happened as part of the New Game Plus showcase. I think I'll talk about it a little bit in my video tomorrow, but he gave fresh comment on Division 3. The quote that everyone ran with was him saying the Div 3 is shaping up to be a monster, which of course is exciting to hear, but doesn't really tell us anything. And we won't be able to confirm those claims for a long time until we get a trailer or gameplay. What I was more intrigued by and excited by was him saying that he said that Division 3 is shaping up to, or their goal is to have it have as big of an impact as Division 1 did. To me, that's incredibly reassuring because I think what a lot of Division players have said is that on a technical level, Division 2 is a fantastic game, but it just didn't have the same magic that Division 1 did. Division 1 was very innovative for the time it came out. It hadn't been done before. Obviously, by the time Division 2 came, it had been done. And while Division 2 made a bunch of improvements, it just didn't quite have the same sauce, you know? So for him to say, you know, unprompted, that they want Division 3 to have the same impact that Division 1 did, that's exactly the kind of stuff that I want to hear about it personally. And he also mentioned the E3 2013 demo during that interview, so far he's saying the right things. We'll see if it pans out. Dr. Funky, I'm using it right now. I have the Eagle Bear in my hand, so I do use it, yes.
Supply room access unlocked.
What are the chances on this Day 1 remaster? The thing is, like, what would a remaster really entail? Like, we were just talking about how... Oops, sorry, smashed my mic. How Division 1 still looks, like, incredible. So, when people say they want it remastered, I'm just very curious as to what that would actually look like. You know, it already runs at 60 FPS on next gen. It still looks really good. That's not to say that I would be opposed to one, but I'm just, like, genuinely curious what
Assistance needed.
people would want that to look like.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh,
Vital signs critical.
I really just did not look where I was going. Ran into a group of 10 people. Did you address already what happened to Massive? I assume you mean with the layoffs? Yes, we talked about it at the beginning, and I plan to do some more digging and research before talking about it in a video tomorrow. But very unfortunate news, absolutely.
Hostile
What
supply
exotic
convoy
did we get?
nearby.
Iron Lung. What was that thing that just revived you? The Revive Hive skill. So each skill has multiple different, what do they call them? Variations. And one for the Hive is the Reviver, which will drop down and pick you up if you go down. Devs get let go all the time. I'm surprised people still talk about it. I mean, it's still not something that I think you really want to see happen, especially from a human component. I mean, we've followed these people making Division games for 10 years, so if some of them are now being let go as we head into such a good period for the franchise with the 10th anniversary and Survivors in Division 3, that's not a great look or a great thing. I agree with you that it is a pretty standard you know, part of business, but still doesn't mean that it doesn't suck to see. A Bill Metal, I don't know. I think you should check out the realism mode that's coming in March, because from what I've heard, the enemy grenade and tech usage is greatly decreased to fit with the realism feel. So definitely play that, and if you think it feels good, then I would leave feedback for the team saying this is an area that you could learn from this to improve the, you know, the core combat of the actual game. All right. I assume that means bounties. Any good replacements to the Eagle Bear for this build? The Eagle Bear on this is certainly not required. I just use it because I like it. Excuse me. But there's so many things you could slot in. The St. Elmo's. You could do a FAMAS is a really good high-end option. You could do the Lexington if you have that. Almost any AR is going to work well here. You could also run something like the Overdogs if you want more damage. I run the Exodus gloves because they They synergize pretty well with tenacity on the EB. Died again with the 5. Thank you, sir. Happy New Year's, RG and fellow agents. Thanks for keeping me updated with all current Division Universe news. You're more than welcome, my friend. Thank you very much for the generosity and for supporting the channel, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's, I mean, you know, you say keeping you updated with all Division news. What's crazy to me is that it's happened many times now for whatever reason that I'm like a day or two late to covering something just because of real life circumstances. Yet still, after people have, I'm sure, have seen the news elsewhere, they still tune in to see my coverage and thoughts on it. And that is incredibly cool to me. It's very humbling that people still choose to tune in. So, like with this week, when I was a day late to putting the video out for today, thank you all still for stopping by and watching it. Any new updates to PvP recently, like DZ? Nothing that's gone live. However, we are set to start getting some pretty good PvP stuff. They're hiring a new lead PvP game designer, which actually that listing is now gone down, so it can be assumed that they have found somebody to take on that role, which is very exciting. And then additionally, the team has confirmed that they're working on a large-scale balance pass for PvP. So finally, it seems like PvP is going to start getting some updates, which I'm very excited about. The other thing that I don't think we've really talked about at all is how they confirmed that after all this anniversary stuff happens in March, we should transition directly into year 8. They're getting back on the March calendar and cycle. So at the end of March or beginning of April, we should go right into year 8. So that'll be a whole new season with presumably its own content and stuff happening. Maybe that's where we see some of the PvP stuff, or who knows what. It's going to be a pretty exciting next few months. There are just enemies everywhere. Let's back up a little bit. He's reviving people back there. Oh.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Those turrets, man. I hope they fix that in point 2. I wonder when point 2 is going to be. I think they're just getting back from break this week, so hopefully next week or the one after.
Got the target. Nice. Serious trauma detected.
There we go. I think I missed some things here. Lucas with the 40-month member message. He said, wait, 40 months is insane and many more to come. Thank you for being around for so long, man. That is over 3 years is insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and for all that you do for the community over on Discord. Yeah, there you go, Jack Lucas. Put a link to that. Anyone who wants to join our Discord server, there's a link for it down there. What is that EB skin? It's the wingspan. Dropped in the store a few weeks ago. True Sun's turrets are broken. How? They seem to have been buffed when they were buffing the True Sun's Companion Engineer turret. So they have a greatly increased amount of accuracy and damage compared to what they normally should. And so it means that like super long ranges, you'll just get beamed by them.
That's your target.
Michael coming in with a 5. Thank you, sir. Let me clear this area and then we'll read out the recipients. They're still coming in, they are. But thank you so much, man. How are you doing?
You're not going in. Weird.
Target neutralized. Good work.
All right. Michael sent in 5 gifted memberships to Elson, Dylan, Minister, Cynics, and Roman. Welcome to Rogue Studios, folks. If you are here, please drop Michael a thank you in the chat. Said all good. Happy New Year to you as well, man. Thank you, thank you. As if I should be surprised by the community continuing to be so generous in the new year. But it's always beyond appreciated. Thank you, man. What's the new collab? They're doing a crossover with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So there is a 7-day project chain in which you can get the outfit that I'm wearing and skins for a few different specialization weapons.
Get away from me.
Did I just hit that weak point twice? What happened there?
Target. Nice.
Alright. So we need one more bounty, which let's just hit this normal one. Why not? Are the Krampus bounties gone as well? The bounties themselves should still be there, but what they said is that once the event ends, it'll no longer drop the exclusive rewards. So you won't get any like keys or the mask or anything. It'll just drop loot if the enemies drop any. What was unexpected? The crossover with Avatar is what I was referencing with the title. I did not personally see that being a thing. Do you know if the apparel event for the 10-year anniversary is like the winter event?
Friendly control point nearby.
So far they haven't really given any detail on how that's going to work. I think what they've said is that there will be, so once we get to March and the anniversary and this current season of Mutiny concludes, like there's going to be a whole own dedicated season for the anniversary here that's going to last like 3 or 4 weeks. In that time, I think it will have its own season pass. So there's going to be both free and paid items on the track. But they said there's also going to be a ton of free stuff with new named weapons and exotics and all that. So from what we know, everything with the anniversary is kind of in a mini season format. Kettle and trigger grenade nerfed on Arc. Oh, they nerfed the kettle? That's funny. I'm okay with that because I don't like using that thing, so any excuse for it to not be meta, I'll take. I know I need to catch up in Arc too. So many things. There's a crossover with Avatar. Yeah. The outfit that I'm wearing here are the items. So there's a uniform, there's the mask that I'm wearing, as well as a green hat and these gloves. And then there are a few different specialization weapon skins. So there's one here for the minigun. My favorite one is for the TAC 50, where it puts a skull on the front. Pretty cool. Yeah, Miller, there was really nothing they said that indicated U8 would be coming in the summer. It's going to be happening right after the anniversary thing in March or April. Again, from what they said so far. Maybe there was a misunderstanding and they'll clarify, but I don't know where people got the summer idea from. Michael, welcome back to Rogue Studios. Thank you so much, man, for joining back up at the classified status. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, sir. Ooh, if I get named hyenas, that progresses me towards the project. How do you have it all unlocked? I'm a part of the Ubisoft Creator Program, and there was a thing you could opt into on there asking if you wanted to get the items early to be able to show them off to the community. So that is what I did. Where's the... I don't feel like I understand this bounty location. Have I done one here? Did I miss the entryway? We went from being in the winter event with snowstorms to now we're in a sandstorm. DC really can't make up its mind. Entrance on the right side. Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember that and I just ran by it for whatever reason. Mallory, how's it going? Don't die. Now that you've said it, I'm gonna die immediately. Although I would hope not from this normal difficulty bounty. That would be very awkward. I thought it was right here. Am I just getting absolutely baited right now? Chad, help me out. How do I get in? Inu, hope I'm saying that right. I did not get the new bundle. I'm not a huge fan, but you should be anything that is bought from these things that go into those slots should be dyeable. So, yes, you should be able to. But yeah, I just think this is too weird and not Division for my taste. Other side of the building. Well, I'm getting my steps in today. We're going back and forth like 10 times. Go to the door, do 2,500 jumping jacks, and then run 200 circles. You got it.
Civilians in distress.
Virtuals is in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing? That's what I'm saying, Blackjack. I thought for sure I knew that one. And it was there. I was standing right here. I think I thought this was closed because of the sandstorm. Well, that's fun. All right. When you come into Twitch, working on it. My goal was to start multi-streaming there for when Survive Fest returned at the end of January.
The target agent.
I need to, this week I'm going to start looking into trying to set that up. So, no promises because I'm a little bit inept when it comes to technology sometimes. But I'm going to do my best to have it up and going for that. Alright. Listen to that later. Let's do number 7. We received intel that Corporal Harris has thwarted the Resistance's supply chains and is closing in on a group of defectors. Supply chains, I assume, means the thing. Resource convoy. But none are up right now. That's a shame. What if I do a retaliation in the meantime? Proc after that. Did I already do it? Oh, I did. With Downtown East. I could be down to do that. DJ Pyro with the 35 months. Glad to see you again, Mr. Gold. My PS5 finally pooped out on me, so no more Division 2 for a while. Shoot, I'm sorry to hear it. That's always super annoying.
Keeping us safe, Agent.
When you're like, the last thing that I want is for something to just die out on me. Well, I hope you're able to jump back in before too long. Certainly before March, when all the new stuff drops. But thank you so much for being a member for nearly 3 years. That's insane, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Just Roach. Rogue, love the videos, thank you. Any idea when the next DZ video is dropping? Those are my favorite. They've been put on a temporary pause just because the state of PvP is not in a very good spot. But what I was saying previously, or what I have said previously, is that once they start to implement some of the PvP balance changes and all that stuff, that's when I plan to really give it a go again. Because hopefully it will be much more feasible at that time. But I tried to record probably 3 or 4 since the last one I put out, and it was just not happening. So, hopefully soon, but we will see. Mr. Ferdel, hope I'm saying that right. You're literally the reason I play Div 2 every day. Your videos are great inspiration. Thank you. So much to learn, but the expertise leveling is painfully slow, especially when trying new builds. Yeah, that one's definitely a slow burn. The good news is that it's definitely not required for like the vast majority of content. It's more of just a added bonus. But it is definitely a grind. You're not wrong. Love your content, Rogue. Thank you, Michael. Much more difficult to break out on Twitch versus YouTube. Yeah, I mean, so my plan is I'm not going to stop streaming on YouTube. I think we built an awesome, community and group here that shows up every week for these streams. Twitch will just be an addition. And, a lot of people have asked for me to be on there. I miss out on Twitch drops every time they do that, so it's just kind of a way for me to do more without having to do more on my end, if you know what I mean. You'll do well there. I'm the same, streaming is not my thing. Twitch confuses me a lot. That's what I think every time I go over there. I'm like, this seems like a lot. On YouTube, I just click, do it, and it does it. But, I'll figure it out. Mallory, have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. Appreciate you. Haven't seen your video yet on the realism mode, but I just want to know what your thoughts are on it. I think it looks fun. I'm excited to try it out. It's not quite my thing. Like, some people have been begging for them to do that kind of thing for years. I think if you want, Ghost Recon, you should go play Ghost Recon. But it'll be neat to try out, for sure. So, I'm kind of in the middle. I think it'll be fun, but it's not something that I really want them to spend tons of time flushing out in the future. You can dual stream to both. That's my plan. That is the plan. Reminds me that they still need to remove expertise in the Dark Zone. Oh, that better be change number 1 that the new PvP lead makes. I'm hoping, man. What's up, Akito? Any word from Xbox if they're working on the connection issues? I thought that it was on your internet side, no? Or are you just saying you're hoping that the powers that be can get it resolved? I'm sorry you're dealing with that, dude. That is not fun. So every faction has convoys going except True Sons. Alright, well, let's rip a quick retaliation since we have one in downtown east. Do I want to run this build? Actually, no, I want to run Tipping Scales. Because it's fun. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. Do you have a video on the exact build you're using right now? I do.
Incoming backup request.
And just for you, Think Danker, I will link it for you. So it's in the first, this video goes over a bunch of different builds, but it's in the first DPS section. There you go. Link is in the chat. It did some digging. Apparently I'm not the only one experiencing this. Have you been able to like refine it to your specific... Well, I know you're on Xbox. I feel like the problem with connection stuff is that it's always really hard to pinpoint if people are genuinely having issues with the game or if it's something on their network's end, or I don't know. Because obviously I play on Xbox too, and I've not had anything like that. Do you think realism mode will go into beta like hardcore? Not immediately, I don't think, because they've said pretty explicitly that it is, oh, here we go. That it is limited time. So I think at the end of the anniversary season, it'll go away. But maybe they bring it back for something like that in the future. I don't know.
Hostile control point detected.
Nick, I had an opportunity to claim it all through the Ubisoft Creator Program. But yes, you will have to go through the full project chain to get them.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I was trying to spawn camp them, but they run out of there so quickly.
You hear me?
There we go. No, did it not count? What about this one? I wonder if it didn't count because it was an elite. That'd be silly, but... What do you think of the prototype outfit? I'm not a huge fan. I don't love the ones that's really pushed the boundaries of Division's lore and aesthetic, you know? And how far do I have to go around this train? Goodness me. They're gonna have to do much better with the skins to get me to replace the chameleon hoodie. Yeah, that one's super cool. Absolutely. Ubisoft Creator Program left me on red. I'm sorry, man. The good news is that I'm pretty sure you can, like, reapply as many times as you want, so definitely every, like, little milestone that you hit, I would definitely keep trying. I forget what their requests or requirements are, but I'm sure you can get it before too long, man.
Detecting additional hostile contact. Incoming hostiles detected.
Got that done. No Hope Hotel. Alright, we'll do the retaliation after this then. I'm in it, but just didn't get the promo. Oh, really? That's weird. I don't know why that would be the case. The ones that I never get are the, like, I don't even get the notifications for the Twitch drops ones. Which, like, I get because I don't stream on Twitch, but it would be nice to get them just to, like, be aware of when it's happening, you know? And have the assets in media for the rewards. So, yeah, I wish there was a way to just, like, ensure that you can see all of the opportunities for one game. I hope they release an EB outfit. That would be cool to see. What would that look like? You're just actually a bird. Are you afraid that Ubisoft titles are turning into a Fortnite thing? Coming out with these ridiculous skins and outfits? Well, I won't speak to any other Ubisoft games because I don't really play them. I mean, I play For Honor occasionally, but I don't really have much skin in the game there. As far as Division goes, I wouldn't say it's Fortnite in terms of, like, the amount of crazy stuff they're doing. They've certainly pushed the envelope, and there are more and more skins that I think stray from the core aesthetic and whatnot. I care about it to a degree, but I'm never going to be like, they should cut themselves off from what kind of skins they're doing at the detriment of sales or at keeping the game alive, you know? I don't think that's the point that we're at, but, you know, I would say it's something I sort of care about, but it's not a hill I'm gonna die on, if that makes sense. I think overall they've done a decently good job at making, you know, kind of more out there and interesting skins without being too crazy, but there are a few that definitely go too far. The Yeti one that came out for the winter event, don't like that whatsoever. I think that looks very strange and not like something that you would ever see someone wearing in this scenario. And there's a few that are like that, but I don't think it's too prevalent. What's up, Recon? Have you heard about the Division ETF stuff? What do you mean? The stuff that Julian was talking about in the interview? Or do you mean something else?
Let me reload. Go for it.
I don't know why I'm all the way back here.
I see him coming. Now. You're not going.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Got that done. I just got blah, blah, blah. I can talk. Just got back into the game after a 6-year hiatus. I forgot how good this game is. Lots of fun, but I'm so far behind. Well, welcome back, TXP. Indeed, there is a lot to catch up on. But fortunately, Division handles its content additions pretty horizontally. I've kind of described it before, where there's not too much that's like blocked out from you accessing it or trying it. It's more just like there's a lot of things to go explore and do, you know? So my advice is just take it at your own pace, explore here and there, search up online whenever you need some guidance. There are obviously lots of videos and guides here on the channel if you ever need that kind of thing. But happy to have you back. What build are you using currently? This is it right here. The ETF program, they talked about it a few months ago. I remember applying for it. Seems like they haven't put out any news for it. So the ETF, or Elite Task Force, is something that's actually been around for going on 10 years now, since Division 1. And it's not really something that they talk about when they're not recruiting for it, because it's an insider program, right? So I have been a part of the ETF since 2023. I was very fortunate to get an invitation to that. But yeah, it's not really a public facing kind of program, if that makes sense. So I would not expect to hear too much. I think the invites have all gone out though for that last recruitment drive that they did. Unfortunately, so I wouldn't hold your breath too much for that, but there's a chance that they always might do more in the future. You never know. Virtuals, you just reminded me that I unlocked that and I didn't even look at it yet. Here it is. It's the skin for the FPS Day stuff. If anyone wants to unlock that, Virtuals, just put the code for it in the chat.
Friendly supply convoy in proximity.
What was I gonna do? Oh, someone said, Gralkiri said, is it normal that I can't see the project for the avatar outfit? It's there. You can see it right here. Maybe try, like restarting your, I don't know if you're on console or PC, but restarting your game and or system, just seeing if it hard boots it in. I'm not sure, but it is live. I know why you like the Exodus, but it's hard for me not to use the Overdogs. I feel you. Overdogs are very good. Deal a ton of damage.
stress.
Yeah, no problem, Recon. Yeah, no, the ETF has had a very long history. Back in the day, it was like exclusively in-person summits. Like usually twice a year, they would do a new ETF wave that went out to Massive and previewed new stuff and did workshops and all that. And then after COVID, it transitioned more to an online type of thing. But it's been around for a very long time. Horror, I don't know. The news came out a while ago that Netflix had dropped the project as the distributor, which is obviously a big roadblock. But we've never gotten like actual confirmation of its cancellation, so I honestly do not know what will come of it in the future. Yuri, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much, as always, for the generosity and the gifteds. Your presence and participation in the community is very appreciated, my friend. Have a great rest of your week. Alright, just wanted to clear these out, and then let's look at what the last bit of the scout is. Oh, it's the bounty. That's right, we're on a high priority. Not eligible. Just want to fast travel. Just tuning in. Any comments on the UB layoffs?
Control point.
They suck. You know, I would never say any layoffs are ever good. I am working on reaching out to a few people and kind of trying to get some more insight and detail on what exactly went down, and I plan to talk about it in more depth in a video tomorrow. So stay tuned for that for sure. But not good news.
Target is nearby.
Have you tried the Merciless? It's been fixed. What do you mean it's been fixed?
Agent in need of backup.
The gun is a laser. When did that happen? I mean, there wasn't any kind of patch today. Maybe you were just using it on a different build where it handled different than normal. But I'll take it into the shooting range just for the fun of it. Is there another guy in there? No. Oh, yeah. Daddy, and you're right. It was probably the Deadeye event. So, Andy, over the weekend, they ran the stat event that gave you 40% accuracy and stability. So I would say if you were using it over the weekend, that's most likely what you were experiencing. But that's now wrapped up, so those bonuses no longer apply. What's up, credits? Yes, the EB historically has one of the highest amounts of recoil for ARs in particular in the game.
There's the target. What's your flag? Stand
Kaz, sorry, you said you gotta go. How would you want the Division 1 remaster to be like if they do it? I don't know, man. I mean, we were saying earlier that I don't really know what more they could do, like, graphically for Division 1. It's not really my area of expertise, but I mean, the game already runs at 60 FPS on next gen. You know, still looks really good 10 years later. If they were going to do some kind of actual new edition, I would rather they do, like, a tiny bit of new content. I was saying before, like, if they did 1 or 2 missions in Central Park or something, that would be super sick. They probably will never do that, but that's what I would rather they put into a definitive edition more so than, like, crazy tech improvements. But I don't know. Hope you have a good one, though, man. Thanks for being here. Chris said, finally got here. What I miss? Honestly, we've just been talking about so many different things. All the news that came out over the past week. Today's news of layoffs, which is very sad. What's coming up in March. All that stuff. What is your go-to source for new updates, for news updates on events, changes, additions, etc.? Twitter is the primary social media platform that the game posts on as far as that kind of new stuff. Or X, if you want to call it that, even though that was the dumbest rebrand in the history of everything. Twitter, the known issues board that the game has, posts out patch notes and things like that, and then the official website. I would say those are the 3 top sources. If you go in the description of this stream or any of my videos, there is a link to the Division's link tree, which will take you to all of those sources so that you can stay up to date on it for yourself. All right, those are now entirely done. Let's go back to the base quick, and then we'll do a retail. Quick question. I'm fairly new to Division level 20. What's the thing that was unexpected? And how do you even reach level 10k? The 10k thing, I mean, you've been able to work on that level ever since Warlords of New York came out, which was about 6 years ago. So it's just been, you know, a lot of playing over the years to get to that point. And as far as what was unexpected, they released a crossover today with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which was not something I had in my on my bingo card. So this is the outfit for it that I'm wearing right here. What about layoffs? It was announced today that across Massive in Malmo and Ubisoft Stockholm, that there are 55 people being laid off. Relentless, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for being here. Have a good week. Didn't they just hire people too? No. In fact, Massive has had no job listings up for, I want to say, 8 or 9 months. They've been capped off for a while. The main problem is that they went from developing 2 AAA games at once with Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar, and now they're trying to funnel that all back down into one team for Division 3. And to the best of my knowledge, from what I've heard from sources in there, is that that's hard to you know, find roles for everybody when you previously had enough people to do, you know, that job twice, if that makes sense. The new stuff that they've hired for Division 2 is over in Ubisoft Romania, which is where the majority of the Division 2 team is. So, like, the new PvP lead designer is over at Bucharest and some of that stuff. But Massive itself is the lead Division studio where Division 2 leadership is and where they're working on Division 3 and Survivors. All right. Want to run tipping scales. I need to find a backpack that I like for this. Because so far I have not. Only I could delay doing things on the stream to perfect the drip. Honestly, these ones don't look bad. I could get with this. What do y'all think? Does that fit all right? Scorpio on the back. You look better, you perform better. See? You'll get it. You know what I'm talking about. Only B could announce a ton of stuff for Division and then announce layoffs within 24 hours. Yep. It's not great. Have you tried Arc Raiders? I have. There's a couple of videos for it up on the channel in case you want to check them out. Okay. No, I actually don't like this one. I was like, oh, this looks fine. And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, no, it's not. Hang on. I'm going to try one of the dozen 511 backpacks. There we go. That's pretty good. I can get with that. I do want to change my trophy to that, maybe. Keyboard, or I could just do... No, let's go with the keyboard. Goo Guy, thank you for hanging out, man. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for the donation earlier. And I'll see you around. Absolutely. Manimal, how you doing? In your opinion, is the Eagle Bear and St. Elmo's skin worth the premium credits? I think that's always, you know, are cosmetics worth it is always a really hard question to answer because everybody, it's all subjective, right? People have their own preferences and ideas of what looks cool and what doesn't. If you're just asking my opinion on how I, you know, view these things, I don't think the St. Elmo's one looks all that cool. That said, I've never actually held it in my hands just because I didn't buy it. I don't love it, but the Eagle Bear one I did because it's my favorite gun and I thought it looked cool. But again, I can't tell you what you will and won't like. That's all subjective. Just got back into Div 2 right before Thanksgiving after last playing it in 2019 when it came out. Rogue Channel's been the go-to place for info. Keep it up. Cheers. DJN, thank you so much for saying that. That is incredibly kind of you, and I am so glad that you've been able to get some good stuff out of the videos. Yeah, I'm not playing since 2019 is a very long break. How was that transition of getting back into it? Did it feel overwhelming? I have the St. Elmo's one because it's my favorite gun and I love it. And there you go. You know, that's, you know, I only bought the Eagle Bear one because it's my favorite gun and I liked how it looked. But that's the thing with the cosmetics is that everybody is going to have their own opinions and preferences. Your videos got me back into the Division 2. Enjoying the game and your content. Crooked 2, thank you. Y'all are too kind. All right, I will not delay any longer. Let's do the retail. And I'm going to record it because I am fresh out of footage after being out of town for a week, so this may very well end up in the background of my video tomorrow. Turn our modifiers back on. is the Eagle Bear really your favorite, or is this a weird case of Stockholm? It's genuinely my favorite. I run it in PvP, PvE. I like leaning into tenacity and absorbing all the damage. I find it very fun.
Holy hell! Take this!
Oh,
Stay back.
wow.
Serious trauma detected.
That was unlucky. Can I take you out before I call in the reinforcements? Who's down there that's preventing me from regenning? Alright, whatever.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, I see that turret. It's messing me up.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
And I can't. I'm too far away to see the weak point on it. Dang.
I'm attacking now. Go on.
Agent
Well,
incapacitated.
that didn't go well. And he finished me.
Agent
Oh no, did I lose it because he killed me at the control point? Well, that was about the least successful retaliation in my life.
The enemy has opened.
Definitely would have had more friendly fire accidents. if
He
you
said,
hadn't
no,
taught us how to
you're
shoot."
not going to be doing that. All right, well, I have no progress towards another one. Or New York. Tough. What is this build? Holy moly. Apparently not good. Jake, apparently not good. No, it is tipping scales. Which is quite fun. I want a chameleon weapon skin that makes the gun invisible. That would be funny.
Feels like I've been on watch forever.
EB is a learning curve for sure, but once you figure it out, tenacity is a great get out of jail free card. I agree 100%. That's gonna be some great background footage. Screw you, Chris. Maybe I'll use it anyway. I'm just gonna have it running in the background, me getting messed up and killed right away.
I hate guard duty.
Dad, again, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. I hope they start giving you those proper notifications in the creator program. But thank you, man. Have a good one. Mini Barbarian said Rogue even inspired me to start making content covering Division, so thank you. That's very cool. You're more than welcome. I would love to, if you have any way to shoot me a message once you put some videos up, I'd love to watch them.
This is worse than my old day job.
That's crazy to me that people, you know, have seen my stuff and gone on to make their own videos, because that's, you know, that's how it was for me back in Division 1. I suppose the cycle continues, but no, that's really cool. Best of luck to you, Mini Barbarian. I see Division has been posting some things. Let me check real quick.
like I've been on watch forever.
Oh, they posted the global event calendar for Division 1 for the Big 26. Very nice. Oh, so it's gonna be global event assaults while
So damn bored.
Survive Fest is on. That's gonna be interesting. People are just gonna be mowing through ads in survival during that.
I hate guard duty.
Alright, sorry, I've just been standing here doing nothing. I kinda wanna do another retaliation now, but maybe we should do Outcasts instead.
This is worse than my old day job.
I'm sorry to hear that you're not enjoying stuff, Zane. I think you will be surprised come March. I'll leave it at that. I've been out of the loop for almost all of the second half of 2025. Do you have a video recapping what I missed? / was there much that I missed?
Damn it!
I mean, there's just been a bunch of, like, scattered events and stuff going on. The big two updates were Year 7 Season 2, which introduced Retaliations, which is a new mode, and this is what I was playing a second ago. And then Season 3, which came out in December, came with Companions, which is what I'm playing with right now. You can have an NPC companion. And yeah, I mean, there's been creator events. I was very fortunate to get some of my branding and apparel in Division 2, which was awesome. They've done it for a number of other people too. They did a Division 1 survival event in anticipation of Division 2 Survivors. They announced, I guess, that Survivors is coming to Division 2. So, yeah, I mean, there has definitely been a lot of stuff. I'm afraid I don't have, like, one succinct video that would recap all of that. But, I'm trying to think what would be the best way to get caught up on it. I know on Reddit, Joker, who is like the lead mod on there, puts together really good like timelines and recaps of what came with every update and what was announced and all that, so maybe you could check that out. I feel like that would probably give you a pretty good sense. But I'm also happy to answer any questions you might have on stuff.
Get them the hell back!
Do you play on all platforms? No. I primarily play on Xbox, which is what I'm on now. I have an account on PC, mostly just to partake in the PTS stuff when they do that. So that's it.
Reinforcements incoming.
I just watched Livid's video talking about that coming soon.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Wait, what was she talking about? Joker is awesome. Oh yeah, talk about a dedicated guy. I mean, he's been around since before Division 1 came out, doing stuff. Whoa.
Agent down.
I'm just getting the most unlucky. They threw like 2 grenades at my feet. I might be washed up. I go away for a week and I can't clear a single control point. It's a tragedy. Yeah, Joker's a really cool dude. I was fortunate enough to get to meet him back in April when we went to Massive and talk about a knowledgeable, smart dude. I remember we sat down for one of the workshops and some people like pulled out their phones to take notes. They laid out a few like notepads that we could use and pens if we wanted to write stuff down. Joker pulls out this like binder to take notes in, and I glanced like at the end of the session, and he had like pages worth of like notes and ideas written down for stuff. He is just incredibly dedicated to the game and to improving it in any way that he can. So nothing but respect for that guy. I don't love that you're just hiding out back there. I feel like you're gonna shoot me in the back at some point.
Look! Hostile in the open! I can take 'em!
Time to hang up the watch. Indeed. Mr. Graybeard, the Gaming Brigade himself. How you doing, sir? How you feeling after having to post that, Dude, I'm gonna die again.
Agent out of action.
And watch, they're coming straight for me. No, they were. There's just no hope for me. Chad, I think I'm done for. Have to hang up the hat, sell the Xbox, move on from the channel. What I was trying to say
Heavily armored hostile.
is, how did it feel posting that video after the 49ers loss there, Graybeard? Too soon? It can't be too soon. It will never be too soon. You recited it very well, if that's any consolation. I could tell you were speaking from the heart. What are we waiting for? Aren't the guys already here? Is there like one more ad up here? Oh, there we go. But I see my UI is glitching. Do we have a hunter watching? Yep. He's up there.
Supply room access unlocked.
Another big game this weekend. Shall I make the same wager? I mean, if you're looking to lose twice, I don't know. Well, we'll discuss. I'm sure we'll come up with agreeable terms.
Incoming backup request.
Is there a reason that you play on Xbox? Been playing on it since before Division 1 came out, so that's just always been where my progress is. Had I known I was going to get into content creation stuff, maybe I would have changed a long time ago, but since there's no cross progression, I'm definitely not switching now. Starting over would not be fun. How do you engage these outdoor hunters? You can't. They just kind of watch over you, and then if you look towards them or shoot at them, they disappear. They're kind of just for show, for fun. Rubik's said you saved me. I was running around with all random equipment for 300 levels until I saw one of your class builds. Well, I'm thrilled to hear that it helped out, man. That's awesome. Do you play PC games at all? Not really. I mean, I've occasionally played some on my PC, but not a ton, I wouldn't say. Will you change for new Division games? Maybe. I've definitely thought about it. Fortunately, when and if Division 3 has crossplay, which seems all but a guarantee, I can do both. So that will be ideal. How do the companions work? I recruited two, but I don't know what they do. Let me link you a video that goes over all of it. Because it would take me a long time to try and give you a full explanation right here.
Tango down!
There you go. Full guide to companions in the link for it's in the chat.
Hostile broadcast detected.
What's going on, Livid? You're telling me. Every time I'm gone, it's always something. Yeah, this was the Julian interview and FPS day. I was like, man. I saw a comment of someone being like, all right, so now you get to control when the news comes out. You can just choose to leave town and you know that there's going to be stuff coming out. How you doing, Livid?
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.
Sick again? That's not fun. Sorry to hear it. You better rest up for Survive Fest coming back. Yeah, at the end of the month. I saw they just posted the Division 1 global event calendar. It's going to be interesting that Assault's going to be on while Survive Fest is going. I feel like that's going to be an even different dynamic to what we had in December, you know? I probably shouldn't have had him shoot the RPG there. That was a waste.
Location guarded by hostiles.
Yeah, for anyone asking, I've measured as the talent on here. On my M60. I'm considering my immune system to be trash at this point. It's like my 10th time being sick. Yeah, that's never fun.
Civilians in danger.
Wondering when they will start hyping Survive Fest back up because they haven't said anything. I imagine right now they're just crammed to fit anything in. I mean, geez. Yeah, the FPS Day stuff, Avatar event happening today, Division 1 calendar. They haven't even mentioned the anniversary or Year 8 stuff on the official channels yet, so seems like they're just slammed with things going on. But yeah, I have the same thoughts. I wonder when they'll talk about it. Time for a budget meeting. Not sure if I'd rather be back in a ditch. Mad coming in with a 10. Thank you, sir. Budget meeting does not sound fun at all. But I wish you the best of luck. I'm sure you will get through it with ease. Or it'll be terrible and last like 10 hours. Thank you so much for the 10, man. As always, incredibly appreciated. All right, how much more do I need for this retail? More. We can do this elite patrol. Is my companion bugged out? I don't know how you fix that thing when it shows the profile. What was the titular unexpected thing? The crossover with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora that they released today.
Serious trauma.
Kill that fucker! What the hell? No!
Supply room access unlocked.
Oof. Yeah, that sounds equally as not fun, Demarsh. I would have such a hard time not, like, getting fired doing that job. I feel like I would way too easily end up, like, cussing out someone on the phone.
Idiot thought that would save him.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Access key detected.
I think what's really unexpected is how many times you said we'll say that today. I mean, I get it. You know, you jump into a stream. It's not like a video where
Downtown West.
the information is right there and presented to you. But I did start to wonder, like, should I not have titled the stream that? But I'm not lying. I didn't expect them to do an Avatar crossover. How do I get that skin in game? If you're talking about the Avatar cosmetics, you have to do the project chain. So day one's project is here, and there's going to be, I think, 7 in total. I enjoy losing out on insurance companies. All right, what did we get? Downtown West, a considerably less exciting zone than the other one that we had in Downtown East. That's too bad. But we'll run it. After this, I wonder if we jump into some conflict, given it's the XP event. I could be down for that.
Time is of the essence, Agent.
All right, we're in it now. They're sneaking up on me.
Michael at the 15. Give me 1 second to kill this guy. Thank you, man. Saying hope 2026 is awesome for you and the channel. I don't know if that's like a phrase that I don't know or if I just can't read. But all the best to all. Thank you very much for the 15, man. And for all of the generosity that you've shown me and the channel and the community. Thank you so much. Okay, I forgot I was on the clock. Do you think now would be a good time to get back into a Division 2 after years of not playing?
There's a kill squad in the area.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's, you know, much of a time that's not good to get in. They made the game fairly approachable for people coming back. I mean, you can catch up to the overall gear power very quickly. You can jump right into all the new content that they put out. So, I would say so, yes.
Kill squad down.
Oh god. I did not have my controller in my hand. I just heard him sprinting towards me. Let me just switch to this screen for half a second. While I do this. I'm gonna finish this retail and then we can run it. Alright, sorry. I had a friend jumping in to run conflict, so we gotta wrap this up. What kind of build do you use for retaliation? Right now I've got tipping scales on, which is the LMG set, and I think it's quite fun. But tipping scales or striker, I would say, is my normal go-tos. Actually, I'll probably just do this one control point, and then I'll back out. Yeah, I also don't really want to run the whole thing.
Reinforcements incoming.
It's a Scottish thing meaning good blessings. Gotcha. For a second, I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm looking at, but that makes way more sense. Thank you again, Michael, for always being incredibly generous and kind to me and the community. How does one acquire a maxed out gear mod? Luck. There's really not a ton of science to it. It's RNG. The higher difficulty you play on, the better chances you'll have. So playing on heroic, countdown, or retaliations with targeted mods is good. If there's ever a day where it's targeted mods in a legendary mission, that can also be super good. You could do legendary summits with targeted mods. In general, higher difficulty means better chances for higher rolls. So. There we go. And then I'm gonna back out of here and go to conflict because I don't want to run to the other control point. How do you get the kill squads to appear? They're random. There's nothing you can do to trigger them.
But the threat remains.
But they're only within retaliation, if that's what you're asking. What build is this? I can link it for you. Just grab it from over here. This will load in. This does not want to go. Here we are. Alright, here's a time-stamped link to a video where I go over this build in particular. Yeah, I like it, Phantom. It's honestly one of the things I play the most these days, so I'm a fan. HDZ, have a good one. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I appreciate it. All right, you ready for an invite? Yeah, I haven't played in a week, so it's probably not going to go well.
You are now group leader. A clan member has joined your team.
Tipping scale stack degradation needs a buff. It's gone too fast. The set's already incredibly strong, honestly. I feel like any kind of buff would make it a bit too good. The stacks do disappear quickly, but you can tap fire and maintain it. Yeah, the outfit that I'm wearing has it. Also, look at the, if you look at me, am I holding the TAC 50? Or is that only in my menu? Here. Oh. I'll put it on.
Come over here, Agent. Take a look at what I've got for you.
Yeah, it's the best thing they added there. Yeah, come out here. Yeah, it'll be on the project chain. I don't remember what stage or day, but... with the skull on the front. Pretty cool. Alright, I'll switch back. You mentioned in a previous video that about starting co-broadcasting on Twitch. Is that still in the plans? Yes. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, ideally I would love to have that running by the end of the month. I really need to look into it. I just got home from a trip yesterday, and so my plan is to now kind of dive into that and see what that all entails. But that is still in the plans, yes. Alright, should I queue it up? Let's see if I can get a... walk around as a Navi in Division. You going to DZ this stream or nah? I don't know. What are the targets? Eclipse, Habsburg, and Striker. My guess is that not that many people would be in the DZ. Yeah, 100% Livid, go for it. I think earlier some people shared it. I can also pin it if you put it in again, just so that people can see it. What kind of keyboard is that? It is the Razer Black Widow, I think it's called. What build are you running in real life right now? I'm running the jet lagged build. It's pretty cool. You know, it does a lot of cool stuff. It nerfs your reaction time a little bit, but it increases the intensity of pressure that you feel up in your head. So it's a really fun build. Cap ruins Dom. We got Team Elim vote. Oh, because it's the XP event, that's why. Bighorn, Pestilence, Heartbreaker. Alright, if anyone wants to redeem the FPS Day weapon skin, I pinned Livid's message at the top of the live chat that has the code. So you just go to the standard Division 2 redemption website and put it in there. Are you planning on releasing an updated story so far for Div 2 for returning players to get caught up with the story? It's not currently in my plans. Those videos take a lot of work, and frankly, I already have very little time as it is, but certainly I would never say no to it like in the future, so we shall see. Alright. We're gonna do it. We're gonna win. Okay.
Hostile drone detected.
Are they going around towards our spawn, or are they coming through mid?
Hostile defender drone detected.
There's also one over on this end of the other end of the bridge. Good.
An agent needs assistance.
Okay. I'm gonna sit here for a second, watch, because that one's gonna come back from spawn.
Agent down.
Got one down over there. Nice. They all spawn back in.
An agent needs assistance.
I think they're all going middle. Oh no, here's one.
Hostile stinger hive detected. Vital signs critical.
Oh, that's a guy.
Boost about to activate.
That's another guy. Shoot.
Serious
The other two were on me.
detected.
And then the rest spawned in.
Agent
They're all gonna be there.
incapacitated. Agent killed. Boost now active. Hostile drone detected. The boost
Nerf the jet lag stamina
is
drain.
detected by allies. Agent down.
Are they all up there now? Alright, I'll try and get a little flank going. Oh shoot. Dang.
Serious trauma detected.
Capacitor is too strong.
Agent incapacitated. An agent needs assistance.
Have you... down. On you? Oh, I should not have pushed that. They had people on both sides. Just ran into a kill closet.
Agent down. Agent killed.
They all generally have low armor. If we can make them come to us, we should be able to get some. Coming.
An agent needs assistance.
Is that the capacitor guy?
I've sent a specialization supply drop your way.
I think they're all up in the courtyard up there. There's one up top.
Supply drop is being claimed by the enemy. The specialization supply drop has been claimed by the enemy.
Down that guy. Okay, just took out 3. I don't know where the last one is. Coming. Is he running? Oh, I did not see him. Across the bridge.
Halfway to the finish.
Yeah, Tim, I hope that there's some more stuff available too. I'm pretty sure that they have plans to start doing
Detected.
merch again, because Julian said at one point that there was going to be stuff on the Ubisoft gear store. So I bet in March they'll launch a bunch of that stuff.
Detected.
That's my guess.
Agent down.
You don't have many reinforcements left.
I'm gonna try and hit him in the back right here. One down.
An agent needs assistance.
Okay, I got him.
Reinforcements are gone. It's up to you now.
Boost. About to come online.
Oh, I got him with that nade.
Boost online.
There's one down below me somewhere. I can hear him. Why did they get boost?
The boost.
We
is
should probably
being
just back
taken by
off
the
till
enemy.
they're out of that buff.
The boost has been taken by the enemy. Agent down.
Nice. Have been post. One just went through the doors towards you over there. Or down low. I couldn't tell if you're up top or not. There's one. There's okay. 2 of them are across from where I am at their little balcony thing. Shield guy pushed our teammate here. Got him.
Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
The rogues have run out of reinforcements.
Oh! Rocket got me. I'm safe though. I'm safe. He's across.
Vital signs critical.
Dang, he got me with the technician rocket. Two just spawned in, so there's only 2 out on the field right now. Okay.
A specialization
Oh!
supply drop has been arranged.
Nice. Okay, 2v3. We should probably move from that area. They're gonna... you wanna move back?
Hostile drone detected.
No one's on the bridge. I hear people though. They're pushing. They're coming to you, all three.
Hostile defender drone detected. Agent down.
Last guy got me.
Trauma detected.
Last guy got me. Dang it.
Agent down.
Dang
You're
it,
the
dang
only
it, dang
one
it.
left on your team, Agent. It's a loss. Sorry.
Agent deceased.
Yeah, that was a very fun 2v4. Ah. Alright, sorry, chat. Let me catch up on what was going on here. Those hoodies you guys got at the Summer Fire, dude, that is my prized possession. I haven't been displaying it since I got it, just because I didn't have like a good thing to do so, but I finally just got a display shelf. So I'll put some pictures up on Twitter once it's there. I'm excited for that. What's good from Florida? Drop Sound, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Is Division receiving good updates soon? In March, we have realism mode coming to the game. They're also going to be dropping like a ton of different mini events and surprises for the anniversary. Right after that, we have Year 8 kicking off, which they haven't revealed what that's bringing yet, but there should be some stuff. And then later in the year, we should be getting Survivors. So I think there's some good stuff coming, but obviously that's going to be up to what you want to get out of the game. Did devs mention Division 3? I don't know what specific time point you're referencing, but yes, they have mentioned Division 3. Yeah, their teammates did us no favors there. That's really tragic. That was very sad. During the video yesterday, Div 3 was not mentioned at FPS Day, but it was talked about by Julian, who is the executive producer of All Things Division, last week in an interview that he did with the New Game Plus showcase. It's a shame about the layoffs. I agree. It is indeed. Are you going to make more videos about the FPS event? For now, there's not much more to say. The video that I put out earlier today covered pretty much all the major stuff that they announced there. But tomorrow I'll have kind of a news roundup style video talking about a few more little tidbits on top of the layoff news that we got today. How you doing, Geronimo? Very good to see you. You want to do maybe 2 more games or something? Okay. Any guesses as to what's going to be the Division 1 Definitive Edition? Right now, we just don't really know. There was the one poster for it, but the team didn't really mention it there at all at the event. So we just kind of have to wait and see. I think it would be awesome, and I'm not saying this is likely. I think it would be awesome if they added like one extra little bit of content with the Definitive Edition, just because it's the 10-year anniversary, you know? Like if there was a mission or two to go and do in like Central Park. That'd be so cool. I don't think they'll do it. Honestly, I don't really know. The game already runs at 60 FPS on Xbox and now PlayStation. So I frankly don't know like what else they would do to make a new edition worth it. And so yeah, I'm not sure. Livid says hell yes. It would be cool, but I'm not expecting it. How's it going, Bullets? Good to see you. I Need Bullets is a good name. Akito, I think it might be time to accept the fact that you may genuinely just be cursed. I'm kidding, of course. Have you done like an actual support ticket with Ubisoft? I don't remember if we've discussed that before. One person, please. Yeah, Livid, I think the problem was that you had a bunch of people who were just attending the event, posting stuff on social media, and some people were running with that as like confirmed information. And maybe it is, like maybe some of those people talked to Yannick or whoever was there and like got additional details that they didn't like more officially release. But until we actually hear those things said, I don't think we can, you know, that's just journalism 101. You can't assume it's true until you actually get the confirmation. Eaglebear build, Umbra. Yeah, that mortar's not gonna be fun. You would think it wouldn't, because he's only got the one skill tier. It might just be for the stagger part of it. Finally caught one of your streams. What's up, Tech Ops? Thank you for being here. hopefully the definitive edition has crossplay and the franchise is saved. That's one thing that I would be extremely surprised if they did. I would think the legwork to go back and add crossplay to Division 1 would be more trouble than it's worth. I could be wrong, but yeah, I personally would not expect that.
Defeat the enemy before your reinforcements are spent.
Some of those people weren't even at the event, just dropping their wishes and people go with it. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't even really look into it that far, because I'm like,
Hostile.
if it's not from the
Explosive
devs themselves, then you have to really take it with a grain of salt.
Hostile drone detected.
I'm ready for him. Yeah, the mortar doesn't deal any damage. You sent me with it. But it does stagger, which is what I was predicting. You would probably want it for.
Hostile defender drone detected. An agent needs assistance.
Oh, there's one down up there that he's...
Needed. Agent down.
Shoot.
Agent killed. Agent down.
Oh yeah, totally, Joseph. Like, them adding it would be awesome. No question. But, especially for Division 1, I don't see that making sense for them to do at this point. Definitive edition equals mailman apparel. Yeah, Postman, that's the only new thing they add. And it is the definitive edition. Okay. They're crossed, too.
Agent down. Serious trauma detected.
The car was blocking me, but he could see you there. He just killed me, too, from the same spot.
Agent vital signs. 0.
So far, this is not looking good.
An agent needs assistance.
We just have to let them try and come to us. If you want to come up to where I am, we could. Try and hold up here, maybe? Down one. I'm shooting him.
Agent down.
Got him. There's one behind me.
Serious trauma detected.
I downed two, but I just couldn't get all the angles at once.
Agent
They're rezzing
vital
right there,
signs,
too.
0.
So crazy still playing Mortar Build in 2026. Yeah, I was talking with someone who saying they should buff the mortar turret, and I had a real question my sanity in that moment.
An agent needs assistance.
You're running low on reinforcements.
We got a boost at least.
Allies are acquiring the boost.
Okay, two are dead. Do we know where the rest are?
Allies have acquired the boost.
You want to take middle?
Hostile.
Oh, we have the
explosive
chance.
seeker mine detected.
Oh, he's up top. He's up top.
Hostile artillery turret detected. Hostile defender drone.
Yeah, because it's tier
detected.
1. I thought it was tier 1 because you just had Ninja Bike and then Demolitionist. But maybe I'm wrong. Well, you can't, because you can't get mortar with it. There's like two in that little alley. Don't go in there. That little courtyard thing. I can't throw a nade over that. I'm getting caught on the telephone wires.
Hostile drone detected.
Honestly, we should just take it slow and get a few kills from here. Teammate should not be pushing that. He got one. I'm gonna see if I can peek around.
I'm sending you a specialization supply.
No one's up right here. Down one. And the teammates start spamming the mortar immediately. I'm gonna grab. You want to back up? And I can grab Spectre up. Yeah, we gotta double back then anyway. I'm gonna get this just to make sure they don't go behind us. Do you snipe you?
A friendly is claiming the supply drop.
Hmm.
The specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. An agent in
Mortar guy's on fire.
You're
Think
out
he'll
of
die?
reinforcements.
Yep, he's dead.
Hang in there.
Shoot, there's two up there with. Oh, I don't get respawn. Dang it!
vital signs critical.
Really low armor and high damage.
Agent down. Agent killed.
That's so annoying that I don't get to come
Hostile
back.
defender drone.
Well,
Detected.
we'll spectate you.
The fight is halfway done.
Hope the definitive edition will be free or cheap. Be even cooler if they added realism mod. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do in terms of like pricing, because some games would give existing owners it for free, or you could just do like a small upgrade fee. But again, it just depends on like what it includes. I don't know. Any plans to do any more lore videos? At some point, I'm sure, yeah. They haven't really been doing much with the lore as of late, so there's just not a ton to talk about. But when and if there's ever any interesting revelations, I always like to talk about it. Nice. I'm watching up top. I can't see anything.
An agent needs
Nemi.
assistance.
Dang.
You've lost.
Big sad. You want to do one more or call it there? Okay. LOL, thank you for hanging out. Have a good night. Miss Coffee with the $2, thank you. I'm tired of the Nemesis cheaters in this mode. Me too. I am as well. I hope that whenever they do these PvP changes they're talking about, that they can address that. I don't know why, per se, it's still there. I don't know how complex the issue may be, but definitely it needs some work. My assumption is it'll be one bundle of all DLCs, and the outfit bundles usually buy separately. Oh, I guess that would make sense, yeah. Oh, they fixed the premium vendor because there's so many items we haven't been able to buy for years. That would make sense if it's like, here's all the possible content in one go. GG's epic. Coffee, if you have clips in particular, feel free to send them to me, because I can do a cheating report and try and get them banned individually. Would you like to play Wharf, Wharf, or Wharf? Wharf, Wharf. Yeah, Coffee, just any clips with evidence and then their name and their platform would be the best info. Wait, where are you seeing that? Oh, we got domination. Wow. Oh. Nick, there's an exploit that people do to get their Nemesis full auto.
You'll win this by capturing and holding the domination points. The objectives will soon be ready. Lock and load.
Alright, I'll get home spawn. Been pulsed already.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
The domination points
Yeah,
are ready
that's
to
true.
be captured. Point Alpha was captured by your team. Point Charlie has been taken by the enemy.
Agent down.
Wow.
Hostile stinger hive detected. An agent needs assistance.
Killed him.
Point Bravo has been taken by the enemy.
I got 2 down in middle on B. I'm going up top.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to peek. Haven't seen him yet. There he is. Got him.
Agent down.
Where at? Oh, he's up here. Got him. I did. Here, I can come get you. Crawl back towards the truck. Or actually, I see you're in a corner. Never mind. Oh, he's on A. That's where he is.
An agent needs assistance.
He's dead. There might be a second one. Big brother should just give up. Okay.
Boost about to come online.
Oh, he's up on street. I hear him. I'm rezzing.
Boost online.
Point Alpha is now held by your team.
We gotta get boost and then contest B. He's dead. Accidentally pulled out my secondary, so I wasn't even getting a talent. One right in front of me.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
He's just gonna run around and try and...
The boost is being taken by allies. The boost
He put on a bonk build.
allies. Hostile
The guy we just
explosive
killed
seeker
in
mine
the
detected.
feed. He wasn't that good with it. Skipper, there's a crossover between Division 2 and Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. And that's what the title was in reference to. That guy just, Evan, keeps going back for A. He's coming down the driveway right now.
Agent down.
He's died almost every time he tries. Another other guy's following his path over there. Alright, on me.
Defender drone detected.
No, I don't. I have no kits. Teammate might have them. Yeah, just hold B. It's okay. We got this.
An agent needs
Yeah,
assistance.
worry about that. We got this. long as we can hold A and B, we can make the point come back. Let me know if I need to shove
Agent
there.
down.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you. The enemy is 50% of the way to victory.
An agent needed assistance.
Oh no.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Point Bravo
Dang
is
it.
in enemy hands.
Agent down. Agent
There's a guy behind you on A that just killed me.
The enemy is claiming the
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna go for
supply
C.
drop.
We gotta stop some of the
Specialization
points.
Supply drop has fallen into enemy hands.
Let's try and keep A and B locked down if we can. Nice.
Agent down.
See one over
Hostile stinger
here.
hive detected.
That side.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile defender drone detected. An agent needs assistance.
The enemy is close to victory. Point Alpha is being held by your squad.
Alright, we gotta try and cap the rest right now. Or we're cooked.
Agent down.
Five minutes left. Point Charlie was captured by your team.
I stuck C.
Boost about to activate. Boost now active.
Oh, this is bad.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
I stopped it.
Immediate medical assistance.
Oh my
needed.
god, I was trying so hard to not let them get that.
Agent incapacitated. Agent killed.
Unless we can take B right now, it's over.
Hostile explosive seeker mine
I mean, C.
detected.
Point Bravo was captured by your team.
I'm gonna run for it, that's our only chance.
Boost about to expire. The enemy is acquiring the boost. And the enemy has acquired the boost.
Oh, they're right in front. Stand on it, stand on it.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, it's over. Dang it! We almost had that. Oh man.
You've lost.
You got that right, Karmas. Bonk builds are not fun. They're level 8 in conflict. Well, we tried our hardest. All right, crew. I think we are calling it there. Yeah, Nova, we were talking about it earlier in the stream. Quite unfortunate, but I'll have more to say on it in my video tomorrow. I want to try and get some additional detail on the whole deal. Stream page is trying to freak out on me. There we go. All right, folks. As I said, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. That was a great return after I was gone for a bit. Sorry, windpipe issues. If you have not checked out my video that I put out to way earlier this morning, feel free to. It covers some of the big news that happened while I was gone. We'll have more coming tomorrow. I have another video planned where we'll go over a few more details and whatnot. But I believe that is most of what I got, folks. When does the crossover drop? It's out right now. I'm wearing the pieces right here, which I realize you can't see very well. There you go. That's the RDA outfit. But yeah, in your projects menu, you should be able to see the project for it there. But yeah, folks, video tomorrow. I'll be back next week to be live. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about as March approaches and all the crazy content that they have they've teased. So again, thank you all for being here. When am I doing post menu on ARC? ASAP is my hope. I'll hit you guys up. We'll see what I need to kind of figure out what my schedule is for the rest of this week, but soon. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the gifts and donations for those who did, and just for being part of the community and being awesome and all the things. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Until then, RogueGold out.